BNP Paribas, partenaire des plus belles histoires de Roland-Garros, aux côtés des ramasseurs de balles depuis plus de 50 ans.
Tommy, congrats on the win. If you can walk us through today, what you think was the key?
Yeah, I mean it was a weird match from the jump with the wind and the rain on and off and it being a little colder. But yeah, I mean I think he came out playing well. He came out ready to go and started a little slow and then also a little nervous. And after that first set, felt like I was able to loosen up and really start playing my game a bit better.
You raise your hand for questions.
Hi. What do you think of Moller, and what do you think of his backhand?
Yeah, I mean, he came out, like I said, he came out playing pretty well. Obviously a very different kind of player, I guess. I mean, he's running around to hit backhands, which you don't see very often. And especially running around to hit him inside out, which was kind of strange, but he did it very well. And yeah, I mean, from the ground, he stuck with me pretty well. I mean, I thought it was an interesting match for sure.
Were you a bit surprised?
Not really. I saw like a couple points that he played against Fonseca in Madrid, so I kind of knew what he plays like.
Hey, Tommy, you mentioned there about the different conditions. Can you just talk through all of the different ones you played in today? Because it felt like there was a bit of everything. You mentioned the wind, there was rain, then the sun came out. How was that?
Yeah, I mean it's very different when it's raining to when the sun comes out for a second. It warms up and you feel like everything speeds up, and then on top of that, they're kind of expecting rain, so they're not watering the court. And then it's like when the wind blows, it's like a dust storm in your eyes. So, I mean, it's definitely challenging, different, but I'm not sure what the weather's looking like the rest of this week, so I guess we'll see.
Is this tournament one of the most challenging in that regard for kind of weather just changing all the time and conditions changing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I know last year there was so much rain, and obviously today rain. So, I mean, in the past 2 years, you can say that for sure.
Well played today, Tommy.
Thank you.
Question about the art of sliding on clay. It seems like you're one of the guys who's very comfortable with it. Can you talk me through a little bit about like the decision-making process, when to slide, how to slide, and do you feel that it gives you a real solid advantage on this surface compared to some of the players maybe who don't slide as well?
I mean, it's definitely an advantage to be able to, move confidently and slide confidently. I mean, there's times to slide and hit, and there's times to hit and slide. And being able to make those decisions in split seconds is very important. I mean, movement in general in this sport is almost everything. It's so important. You got to be able to move as well as possible. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely could help me. I don't know that I've always been the best mover on clay, but I definitely feel like I've improved a ton.
Back to the conditions topic and the changing weather and all of that, how do you view all of that? Is that an annoyance? Is it a challenge you're okay with? Does it not affect your game that much, or is that something you're taking into account even during a match as things might change here?
Sometimes it can be annoying. Sometimes it doesn't bother me too much. I guess it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I think I started the match today a little moody, and I mean, it got the best of me there in the first set, and then was able to relax and settle into the match, and all that stuff didn't matter as much anymore.
Just to follow up on what I asked you about pre-tournament about Ethan Quinn, because he knows his draw now. It's Dimitrov playing first round. Thoughts, just your thought. You know both those guys well. So I'm curious what you think about that. How do you see that one shaking out from what you know about Ethan, especially?
Love Ethan. I think he's playing awesome tennis. I mean, just experience-wise, you would probably give Grigor the advantage there. But, I mean, I think it's going to be a great match. I think Ethan is going to surprise some people with his level and maybe come out on top. I'm not sure, but It should be a good one. I think Ethan's playing great tennis in general, and especially while on clay right now. I'm very impressed with him.
Okay. Oh, great. Well done. Can I ask you about your last match in Rome and sort of like if that affected your thinking at all about how to play on clay and what it's like to play Yannick on clay and what you need to do in order to get to like that level, or something, you know, that can get you to the winning set, and how he plays and how he approaches the surface.
You know, I think Yannick has said that clay is his least favorite surface, but he's obviously pretty good on everything. You know, there were some things that he did that exposed me a little bit. I don't really want to go too deep into it because I don't want to give it all away. But, I mean, he made some changes in the match that were, I mean, great, whether it was clay court tennis or hard court tennis or grass. He made adjustments, and I failed to adjust as well as he did, and he picked up his level a ton. I think he won like 9 or 10 games in a row, which, I mean, that hurts in the middle of a match. And, I mean, somebody earlier in the week asked me, you know, like, how good do you feel after winning the first set 6-1? And I told him I felt great for 5 minutes, and then, like, I lost 9 games in a row. So didn't get to live with that very long.
Tommy, I'm curious about your story from Rome. How on earth did the F-150 truck come to be repossessed, and is it back in your possession now?
We got it back. We got it back.
Can you explain the background to that little?
Yeah, no, I just changed banking and forgot to set up auto pay on my truck, and missed, I think it was like 3 payments, and they came and took it. I didn't know it happened like that. You know, I didn't know how quick they would come and grab it, and like in the middle of the night. But now I'm like watching all these repo shows where they come in and swoop trucks at like 1 in the morning. So I mean, it's definitely a funny experience, and to be in Europe while it happened is even crazier. But we did get it back.
This is not my question actually, but you posted the video on your Instagram. Did you find out through the video, or did you like check the CCTV after?
No, so yeah, my trainer, he was still in Boca at the time, and he was calling me, and he was like, "Hey, like, can you check your cameras to see if you have any packages?" Because like when I have packages, he'll go and pick them up and put them in my house. And I looked at the camera to see if there were packages, and there were no packages and no truck. So and then I'm like, you know, going back and scrolling and seeing what happened to my truck, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, there's a tow truck coming and taking my car. I thought it was stolen at first, because my first thought wasn't like, you know, auto pay, but yeah, ended up being repoed.
Sorry, that was not actually my question. Yeah. Yes, some players have been talking about the weird like experiences they've had with anti-doping. Like Taylor was saying that, you know, one time they came for him while he was really jet lagged and he couldn't get a sample, so he was taking like in the room taking like a nap every 10 minutes while the guy's sitting there. And some players have said like that, you know, they're sitting with the guy while they're watching football, waiting for the sample.
Yeah.
Have you had any experiences like that?
Not really. I mean, we've all had experiences where we can't really, you know, go to the bathroom. But, I mean, yeah, they've definitely waited around longer than I'm sure they would like to. But most of our time slots are 6 in the morning or early, so we know that we're home. And I'm not like the best morning person, so they've probably dealt with some, you know, a little attitude from me. But that's about it.
Tommy, I just want to know if you and the other American men, Ben, Taylor, other guys, do you feel like you've closed the gap on the rest of the world in terms of European has had so much dominance in the past, and it's obvious that in the last 2 years you guys have made a great leap? And also, Taylor's trip to the U.S. Open final, is that something that sticks with a lot of you guys as maybe a prime motivator, thinking that could be me too, and there's bigger things on the horizon?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I think we haven't closed the gap, obviously, because none of us have, you know, won a slam, and you know, there's still a lot of really good Europeans ranked ahead of us. So I wouldn't say the gap is closed, but I think over the past 6 years or so, we've definitely made it smaller. And absolutely, in terms of Fritz making the finals of the Open, we were all pumped to see that, you know? I mean, it motivates us. We've been hearing our whole lives how U.S. tennis, like, we haven't had a Grand Slam champion in so long. So to have him just in the finals there was huge for U.S. tennis, huge for him, and frankly, for all of us. In terms of belief, I mean, seeing him there, like, I think that we all believe we can be there, and I think it's great for the sport.